This is the third annual North Liberty Fire Department Salute to Summer. It's our one and only annual fundraiser that we have. We are at Bobber's Bar and Grill at Scales Point Marina, overlooking the Corville Lake. Well, thanks to this amazing weather, it's been absolutely wonderful. People seem to still be coming in pretty steady, so we're pretty impressed so far. As part of our fundraiser and more of kind of an outreach to the community to have a little bit more community involvement, which is kind of what how our event started. Every year we bring all of our trucks, the North Liberty Fire trucks, out, open them up so the public can go through them, look at them, ask questions. Kids can, set up in them and look at them as well, and that way the citizens can see kind of what we have available should they ever have a need to call 911. This is the third annual Salute to Summer. Years past, we always had done the fireman's dance on a Saturday night. Lasted for about 3 or 4 hours. Wasn't real kid-friendly. Wasn't really a family-friendly event. And 3 years ago, we decided to spice things up and make it an all-day event. Definitely more of a fun-filled event for kids and their parents. We picked the end of August because it's usually it's about the first week after school has started back, so it gives the kids something to look forward to after their first week of school, after the summer's ended. The bikes are expected to be back in between 3 and 4, back out here to Bobber's. They'll park over here by the fire trucks to finish up their run and draw their cards and see who wins. Got all kinds of activities today. We've got kids inflatables, we've got a rock climbing wall, we've got kids pony rides. If you walk down the boat ramp, you'll find the human hamster balls that seem to be a huge hit. We've got silent auction, and then a couple bands that are going to be starting here soon. Well, of course, Bobber's has their full-service bar available today, and then to the tent just east of the patio, the fire department is grilling up hot dogs, hamburgers, ribeye steak sandwiches, pork burgers, and turkey tenderloins and turkey brats. We've also got chips and a variety of different soda and bottled water. We're estimating that we'll have probably around 1,200 people throughout the day, with it getting a little bit probably busier in the evening right before the Cedar Island Band starts at 7. The proceeds that we raise today goes to the volunteer fire department to help us cover additional training or items that we need that we can't get under our budget that's funded from the city.
On behalf of NLYBS, the North Liberty Youth Baseball and Softball, I'm Mark Pitts, Communications Director, and we're out here today thanks to the Mars Candy Company. They have donated a concession stand for us here for our NLYBS, and right now they're out here putting it together. And this is the 100th stand, the concession stand that they've donated to youth sports throughout the country. We just happen to be lucky enough to have them come out and do this for us. They're putting the construction together, taking care of all that, putting it up. It's not a large facility, but it certainly helps us in our effort to serve the many families that come out here for NLYBS throughout the course of the season. Last year we had some 900 kids throughout the North Liberty, Coralville, Johnson County area that participated, from a T-ball to co-ed T-ball to junior and rookie softball and baseball, senior baseball and softball as well. Again, some 900 kids. So we hope to be using it yet this fall. They're going to have it constructed in a day, from what we understand, and you might be able to see in the background that they're in the process of working on that. So it's just a volunteer effort on their part as well, and it should be up today and new for NLYBS this year, this fall, starting in a few weeks. We're going to have just a fall fun ball session, and what we're going to do is just it's not going to be as formal as our regular NLYBS season during the spring and early summer. It's just going to be a chance for kids that might be moving up from say T-ball to rookie ball, or rookie ball to junior, or junior to senior, to kind of help them make the transition, you know, enhance their skills just a little bit, work on some of the hitting and throwing and basics without the pressure of a game situation where you know, maybe trying to, obviously you want to win the ball game. But this is just going to be a little more relaxed, I guess, even though NLYBS by and large is a recreational league. But we do have tournaments, and you know, it's important for the kids that play for the titles, or for tournament titles at the end of the season. But this again will be a lot more informal, just more instructional, and it's kind of whoever shows up, that's who gets to play that night, and we'll just have fun. Yeah, the new concession stand is going to be quite a bit smaller than our permanent stand that we have here at the Penn Meadows Park. It's smaller, but it's certainly going to be useful because we're down here on the south fourplex, as we like to call it, the South Four Fields, where it's a little bit more removed from the main concession stand. And for people down here watching the ball games, the new temporary, not temporary, it's going to be permanent, but it's a smaller stand, but it'll certainly be more convenient for them. You know, it'll be a little bit more bare bones in terms of what we sell out of there, as far as candies and snacks and things like that. Popcorn will probably still be made at the main concession stand at the main fourplex, but this again will be certainly a lot more convenient for people that need a quick snack. They might have to still go to the main concession stand for their hot dogs and popcorn, but again, if you need a quick snack beverage, this will certainly help. The one concession stand we have is you know, it's just barely adequate to meet all the needs there, and so this donation for this extra concession stand from the Mars Candy Company is a big help to all the kids and families that we serve here in NLYBS.
Hello, I'm Cheryl Kaplinger, and I'm the chair of the North Liberty Fun Run and Walk. And I'm here at the registration location for the event, the gazebo at Liberty Center. Da, 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 da! The event is held on Sunday, September 18th, and you check in here first thing in the morning. And like last year, we not only have the 5K, but we also have a kids run. So there's two runs. The first one is the kids run. It starts first thing in the morning, followed by the adult run. Now the kids run goes around the water. That's it, just over the bridge and around back to the gazebo. Whew. Ah. Ah. The second run is the adult run, the 5K. But you don't have to run it if you don't want. You can also walk. Yeah, why don't we walk? The 2011 Fun Run and Walk benefits the North Liberty Fire Department, so we're inviting all firefighters from all areas to come out in their gear and run. So all you have to do is wear your gear that you'd regularly wear to firefight, and you get to race for free. This year, the winner gets a Fast Feet firefighting trophy. It's quite lovely. But if you're not a firefighter, you can always wear your crazy wigs, crazy glasses, and crazy outfits to have fun. There's also a competition for the most fun outfit. So get out those crazy socks, those crazy wigs, crazy glasses and gloves, and get ready to race. The event is Sunday, September 18th. If you register by September 9th, then you can get a shirt. So register. You can register at area banks and also at the community center. And you can go to iowacityarea.com and register online. Come out to the North Liberty Fun Run and Walk and have fun with us. Come on. It'll be fun.
We are here to show off our brand new playground equipment that was just installed August 1st through August 5th. It is at the north parking lot of Penn Meadows Park, and it's right behind me here. Anyway, the process was a little more difficult than a normal playground because of the height. If you can see, the height is approximately 40 feet tall, and what we're told, it is the only one in Iowa to date for a structure this tall. So we're kind of thrilled about that. That was part of the Parks Board decision when they went with this piece of equipment, that it was unique, and we just wanted to have something different for the area. We decided to install this playground here at Penn Meadows Park because we have one playground equipment, and it's over on the west side of the park, and it is getting very old, and it's pretty much through its service life, and eventually we're going to be taking that piece of equipment out. So that's why we decided to budget money and put this playground equipment here at Penn Meadows Park. But the exact location was decided because we wanted it close to a parking lot, yet close to our ball field, so kids could use it, let's say when their brothers or sisters are using the ball diamonds and the parents want their younger kids to come down here and play on the equipment. Also, located right directly next to a parking lot allows parents throughout the day to pull up here with their vehicles and get out and use the equipment without having to walk too far. As soon as we got the fence down, the protective fence around the playground, people were walking across the street. We had 2 vans pull up and kids get out. It's just unbelievable how fast people came here as soon as we took the fence down. I guess a couple of the major features on this is the 3 stories. It's 3 stories tall. It has a platform on the top where you can it's like a lookout tower. There are some benches that in the upper level that kind of let you elevate over, and you can look straight down. And also we have the long slides that go from the top deck clear down to the ground. It's actually a pretty long ride going down because it's so tall. One other amenity that we just put in, and that is a picnic table. We noticed that we had a lot of parents sitting underneath the shade tree here and watching their kids play on the playground. We decided to pull one of our picnic tables from one of our parks and bring down here so they could utilize that. One other thing, I've had parents at first when we were talking about this structure wondered, well, it's so high, is it going to be a little dangerous for the kids? Well, once they get into the structure, they can barely even get their hand out of it. It is so buttoned up tight that once you go up it, you either got to go down a slide or come back down the stairs to get back down. So once you're in it, you're not going to fall out. After we got done installing the playground equipment, and before we opened it, we had to kind of do a final walkthrough inspection. So we spent a good portion of time going through. I had 5 guys going through it, checking every bolt, every screw to make sure that they were all tight within specs. Sometimes bolts can be tightened up too far where you got to loosen them up and make sure you don't have too many threads exposed for things to get hung on, like sweater strings, things like that. Our city park staff, I figured this out, and we approximately have 700 man hours in this. We had 3 days that we worked 14 hours straight to get the bulk of the structure up, and then we had a couple 10-hour days after that to get this thing to completion. It takes a lot of planning and a lot of time to get these structures up. This particular structure, since it was so tall, we had to bring in a couple really high lifts so we could get to the very top of the structure to tighten bolts and put on features. We, the Parks Department and the State of North Liberty, we're very proud of this structure. For one, it is very unique to the area. Like I stated earlier, it's the only one currently in Iowa. It was, like I said, it was very difficult to install, but once we got going on it, it kind of came together. I was a little worried at first that maybe we shouldn't have chose this piece of equipment because of the not being so easy to install. But once we got it up and once you start seeing the kids on it and they're just having a blast on it, it's all worthwhile.
I don't know how many of you have been in our new section up here since the guys remodeled, but this.
I've taken a little tour.
Yep.
We were very impressed. So
yeah, I am.
The details,
It turned out way better. We're not quite done yet. We're going to do this area here, we'd like to do some shelving here with some of our trophies, older trophies, because the guys haven't won any. You know, some of the guys do the water ball fights and stuff like that. So, but we've got some pictures that we're going to be hanging up there, some more pictures and that. It turned out great. Had a lot of help from Ryan too, kind of helping in Tracy. A lot of the guys put a lot of time in on their own, hanging sheetrock, and some of the finer detailed stuff we brought in, you know, we hired some people to do, but we wanted it to look nice. But this used to just be some desks. I don't know if you were here when PD was here before we took over, and you know, the building needed it. I don't know how long ago it'd been since it'd been renovated, and we needed the space. So, but we do basically all of our reports and stuff for our incidents are written up on these computers here, and then training and EMS. We do a lot of documentation as far as training and that for a lot of reasons, liability reasons. If something would ever go to court, we can always pull out our records and say, hey, we've spent a lot of time doing this type of training, and then we've got the records to back it up. The red and white one is, it's called I Am Responding. It's a program that the problem that we've run into in the past is we never knew who was coming, or if we had people coming. This way, I don't have my phone on me right now, but if we get a call, the firefighter will pull out his phone, speed dial, and it automatically picks up. It'll click and say, like we had a call earlier today, Chris Kohani, Richard Newkirk, and Joe Waller are on their way. So as an officer or another firefighter here, if there's two of us here, I can look at that and say, all right, there's guys coming. I don't need to get on the phone and call mutual aid or something like that, or you know, I can get the truck out, get it going because there's guys coming. This is kind of just a meeting room that we have here, a little conference meeting room, which is, I don't know if you all remember the chief's office before, but there was 3 of us in that office, and it was probably less than half the size of this room just by itself. So it's nice. All of our lights too, you just seen that kick off, but all the lights are, most of the lights are set up on a timer, motion sensor timer, so we save electricity. We're a green fire. Try to be. So, and we house the city's server, and I'm not a computer guy. All I know is there's like a bunch of computer stuff in there for the city. So, and you're all familiar with the room on the other side of that door. And that's Assistant Chief Harden's office there. And that's where all the plan reviews and. I can't think of the name of the place. It's here in town. It might have been I think it was Advanced Millwood. So, and then we've got this room is kind of a strange room. But one of the things with volunteer fire department, we want people to hang out up here. So one of the things that doing some research we learned was that a lot of places have like rec rooms, stuff like that. Well, we did a TV room. These are my other 2 kids, as you can see. We're a family department, so all the kids, wives, everybody kind of hangs out up here. So we did kind of a little rec room. My wife got a new couch out of the deal because she donated our old black one. I think that's she was thinking. So yes. So she said, oh yeah, we'll donate the black couch. And then I thought, well, gee, that's going to cost me. So one of the members, our mascot is a rhino. We wanted something different. One of our members' brothers came into town specifically. He painted that for us. It was on a wall. They cut it out and transferred it into here and mounted it into the wall there. So, you know, so we're trying to save some of the old stuff that was here. I mean, it's all good stuff. So. Yeah. Well, when I was a kid, I saw a cartoon, and we cannot find it, of a rhino stomping out fire, and I made the mistake of saying that one time that I saw a cartoon, and from there on the guys took off with a rhino, but we've never been able to find that cartoon. So
kind of an aggressive creature.
Yes, stomped out of fire. They don't like fire, so we thought, well, we'll go with a rhino. So the bathroom the guys did a few years ago. They remodeled this one, and then A couple years ago, the girls redid their girl bathroom, the women's bathroom here a while back. So.
You don't discriminate in labor?
No. No, they said they're doing it. Yeah, and they did an excellent job too. I mean, you can tell it has a lady's touch. So, but this is our meeting room, training room. So we've got our guys over here. I got Travis Gecken, firefighter, and Captain Adam Kramer, Captain Dan Dolzel, and our safety and training officer there, Ryan Brum. So these guys make it happen. So, but yeah, this room, pretty much everything in here except for the carpeting, I think, was done by our guys. Except for the mudding. We had a guy come in and mud, I think, didn't we, this room? I think the cabinetry we got was less than $2,000? I mean, and it's nice stuff, and it replaced the old plywood stuff we had, I think, before. So the appliances, I don't know if any of you are familiar with Josh Covert. The guy can negotiate very well. We got dent and scratch stuff, and you know, I think one of the refrigerators we got for like $700, and it's like a $2,000 thing because it had a little dent in the front of it. And they were like, well, as low as we're going to go is 700. He goes, all right, fine, we'll take it, but you're delivering it. So I mean, he got delivery. They set it up, and I'm like, gee, this guy is awesome. So our weight equipment is over here. Ryan Brum is in charge of obviously the health, and he goes through this stuff. But we've got it packed in back here, and the problem is when we start up these engines, all that stuff blows right back here onto them and makes it difficult. So, but we had this, a neighbor of one of the firefighters had it in his basement, and I'm throwing it away. Do you guys want it? Sure. So we did purchase the elliptical and the treadmill, and then the other weights and stuff have been donated over the years. So, but very important. I think, Ryan, over 50% of firefighter fatalities, it's in the 50s, are heart related. So because of exertion in it, and they're finding out that it doesn't necessarily have anything to do with your body conditioning. It has something to do with it, but they're finding out 28-year-old firefighter, your heart just goes so hard. You know, you're working so hard. That,
why don't you have this area closed off, or is there a reason?
Well, we had talked about it, just kind of.
I mean, especially considering the gear, I mean, to keep it somewhat more climate controlled, and as a matter of like clean and dirty, you know, when someone's coming back from a.
It kind of comes down to money, and you know, is it at the time when we kind of looked at it at one point, I think, well, we talked when we were doing the remodel, that was going to be one of the things we were going to try to do, was box this off.
Going to keep the gear out here then?
Yeah. Yeah, we'd keep it out here and then try to box that off. We tried to figure out several different ways. And it gets wet because when they clean the trucks, the water and the moisture from out here, it gets under the mats and then they start stinking. But at that time, we kind of heard a rumor that the council chambers might be moving, so we thought, well, it's not really practical to do all that. So.